Bang.
Welcome back for our episode of Transformations podcast series. So today I just want to let you know that we have a guest here with us. And as always, we have our co-host Joshua Camacho.
What's up, guys?
And we're here, we're not going to be talking too much about recovery today because what we're here for is to promote Dele's nonprofit organization. But before we do get started, I do want to let you guys all know that if anybody's out there struggling with the disease of addiction and doesn't know where to turn to, please do go over to the hospital Tower Health and do ask for the warm handoff program. There are people there that'll help find you a bed and get you into treatment. If you're just looking for a recovery pathway, you could always visit the Berks Rise Center on Oley Street. I think it's 8th and Oley.
Yep.
8th and Oley. And ask somebody for assistance there. If you're looking for transitional living programs to live in an environment with other people in recovery, you could always visit any of the transitional living programs here in this area, Berks County, or you could get that information at the Berks Rise Center as well. My phone number is 484-772-7079. My email address is transformationslc14@gmail.com, or you can reach me on Facebook through Messenger, and if you need any assistance, just leave me a message. I will get right back to you and try and give you the assistance that you may need.
If you ever have any questions, and you Lee's maybe busy, my contact information is, my phone number is 484-926-8358. It's Macho Camacho on Facebook. And if you're into the email thing, it's transformationsjosh.23@gmail.com. And that's like Lee said, if you have any questions, if you are looking just simply for more information on how you can start your pathway to recovery, do not hesitate to reach out to us.
And as you guys are all aware, I'm an advocate for the Pennsylvania harm reduction. If you guys are in any need of fentanyl testers or Narcan kits, please let me know. At least that gives you the opportunity to live another day and ask for help tomorrow. And it gives you an easier way to use so like that you don't die. Just keeping it real, right?
Right.
It gives you the opportunity to be able to sleep. Call us in the morning, let us know when you're ready. We will meet you where you're at. As long as you're calling me or contacting myself or Josh or the Berks Rise Center or Tower Behavioral Health, you're on your way. We are gonna be here waiting for you for when you're ready. You just gotta reach out. So no further ado, I just wanna introduce my friend, good friend, Dele Alloway.
That's close.
He is the owner of Pagoda Apparels, and he'll touch on that. But the reason why he's here today is because he's going to be talking on his own nonprofit organization. And he's going to give us a little bit, and we're going to ask him some questions. So if anybody out there can relate or can use some assistance, you can reach Dele, and he will give you more information on it. So there you go.
Thanks, guys. My name is Dele Alloway. Sometimes I say it wrong myself, but it's cool. So Dele is good. So yes, I have a non-profit organization that I set up as a result of the obstacles I encountered when I got laid off from my corporate job, and I couldn't get hired back into the industry, so I started my business. But as with every other small business, startups and everything, funding was very key. That it was an obstacle. There's nobody who can lend you money unless you have your own. Banks and everything was so hard. But I found out that I wanted the business to succeed. So I totally was dedicated. I was working multiple jobs. And one of the jobs is where I met Lee, while still running the small business and also looking for funding. I found out that, other small businesses were going through the same thing. Small business owners, basically, in my position. And I realized that, you know what, this is a good resource to tap into, is other small businesses. So that is why I formed the nonprofit. It took a while because I couldn't get it going because I was running my business to pay to pay my bills. So, and right now I'm in a position whereby um, my business is now running smoothly in a way. Funding is still what I could need to grow to the next step, but I'm at a comfortable position, a comfortable level right now that it's okay. So I wanted to pass that knowledge to other struggling entrepreneurs or startup or somebody who wants to basically come into the business to just, you know, as we can all teach ourselves as we go along. So I don't know everything now, and I'm going to try to find resources for people, information where they can go get help and all that. I'll be looking for help, and that's what it is. So it's basically small. The name of the organization is called Small for Small, formerly known as Recovering Failure, but I changed, which it was something that we changed based on consultation with other small businesses to just say, hey, this program that we have, which is called Small for Small, was the program. We just said, let's just make the business, the organization's name, Small for Small, so people can get it directly, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So now, if someone would need your assistance in some information on, let's say they have an idea and they want to put something together. Now they contact you. How are you going to help them get started? Are you like a coach where you will sit down with them, make an achievable goal plan with them and walk them through the steps?
Well, I can give them information. A lot of it is just lack of information. People, even registering. If you wanted to start your business, the first thing is I want to say try to register it.
Right.
Because it pays. It definitely you will find the benefit of being a registered business at some point.
So a lot of people may not know what register means. What do you mean by for them to register?
You pay the government.
Just saying, a lot of people do not know this.
You pay the city. Basically, just you can go to the city, register the name of your business with the city, so you get a license.
Right.
Or you could go to the state and register either whatever level you wanted to register with. So some of those information we can give you advice of what's best for you. You still have to make a decision yourself as a business owner that this is the kind of registration you want your business to start with. The good news is like you can, there are ways to change this with the government or to go to the next level. You can start as a small proprietor and just register with the city, and you pay a little fee. You pay more with the state, wherever state you are. You can, you go to the, I think there's offices. This information will be on our website. Right. So I don't want to mislead you, but the first thing is to find a way to register, and we will give you that information because this organization is about finding you resources to help you get along. We are not going to solve all of the problems you have, and we don't have money to give people to say we are funding. No, we will just try to tell you where you can go and who's available or where the funds may be or stuff you may need to help you with your startup or anything you're doing as you run your small business.
Right. So it sounds like to me that for anybody who may have an idea of what they want their small business to be, you would be a great person that once I come up with the idea of what I'm trying to sell, so to speak, in the storefront, you would be a great person to come to actually help me get my foot off the ground. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And that is exactly what we do. I found that because of Pagoda Apparel, which is the business I run, I get a lot of startup businesses that come into the shop all the time, just to basically say, hey, I'm thinking of wanting to start a business, and they want to, branding, shirts, anything that says their business cards or whatever. Well, I just basically consult with them and tell them, hey, maybe you want to start small with this, or you don't need to get a lot of stuff right away. And there's a lot of advice that we give. They still have to make a business decision
Right.
as an entrepreneur because it's their decision.
Yeah, it's not an easy road, that's for sure. I myself have my own nonprofit, and Dilly, like Dilly said, we've known each other for quite some time, and the funding is always the key to whatever program or business you're starting. So if you don't have it, you don't really have a business. You're selling your business to everybody else. You're paying for a lot of lunches. You're going out and telling people what it is that you're trying to do, and then they will bounce their thoughts off to you, and just like Dilly said, help guide you in the right direction. So this sounds to me as if it's a one-stop place where you just go get all that information that you need, and then he helps you get along to. He'll give you the information. You do what you got to do. You just got to put the work in.
Absolutely.
If you could briefly, just what were, so that way somebody that has been, that can relate to the struggles that you've been through, do you think you could touch a little bit on, relating to the people of the stuff that you went through when you were first getting your business off of the ground?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I got laid off, couldn't get back into the industry because I've always known printing. So that is what that's why I said, wait a minute, I know printing, nobody's hiring me at the level that I want it to be. I'll just start my own printing business. But I knew that I was doing commercial printing, which is high level. I said I would just apply it to shirts and start something small. So I could start that small. So I started with the basics to start shirts in a very small office. I didn't start at home because I didn't have any space at home. So I basically found a spot. Somebody was able to rent me a spot. So I started with that. But the obstacles was getting to the level of growing the business without funding. And I had to basically fund this business myself. And the way to fund it was with less sleep and a lot of work by going multiple jobs. So I was working multiple jobs, and one was paying my bills and to maintain my household, and the other was working to fund the business. And I noticed that this is not right. This is what a lot of small entrepreneurs go when you are unfunded, I call myself not unfunded, but underfunded because I was funding it myself.
Right.
So technically it's kind of, so it's just underfunded. So banks were not loaning, for whatever reasons, like every other person, you can get a loan to run the business, and you have a vision of your business and the growth you want, but you can't get there because there's no fund. So whatever you're doing, you have to grow at a very slow pace. That is what a lot of people, businesses, entrepreneurs go through. But I found out that if there is a lot of other business that can help you, you can get to where you want to get faster. You can grow faster, even without the funding you're getting.
Absolutely.
So those obstacles are there, and that's the experience I wanted to share with people that say, hey, small business can help other small businesses. And not by funds, but by items that you can have donated to you and reuse, so that you don't have to spend money on that. You can use that money to invest in that business to grow.
Right.
Even buy lunch, it's okay
Right.
too,
Right. I mean, one thing that right away it sounds like to me that if I ever would start a business, Dele, I'm coming to you because of the perseverance. Just the perseverance alone. One thing that it's like anything else that we do. If you in life, if you really have a passion for it and it's something you really care about, the hard work has to be put in. And at the end of the day, there's no doubt about that you put that work in, man. So
yeah, I'd like to chime in on that. I remember when I first met Dilly, we worked at the hospital together.
Yes.
And he was working third shift. And he would leave third shift and go to his store at his first location, which
Yeah.
was on 6th Street.
Yeah.
And he would
Actually,
be
that
there
was
all
the
day.
second location.
Oh, that was the second location before.
I was on 5th Street.
That's right.
Upstairs and
Yeah.
in the
Up in that little
bonus.
booth.
Yeah. Upstairs in the room, nobody knows where it is,
Yeah.
but it was cheap, you know.
Yeah,
It's-
Right.
Yeah, he used to print out of this little room and look like a closet.
And
Right.
it
Stuffed
was
with
a
shirts.
closet.
Yeah.
And now, if
Stuffed with
you've
shirts.
if you haven't had a chance to, and you go to the store, it's definitely something to see for sure.
Yeah. So give us a little, how can people contact you? Website, your store?
Yes. Now, right now, this website is going to be smallforsmall.org, O-R-G, you know.
Small for small.
Small for small.
.org.
Yeah, and that's just F-O-R in the middle, small for small.
Yeah.
And you can go to the website. There's a lot of information there. Our phone number also is listed over there. Unfortunately, I can't give it to you right now because I'm thinking like, oh, I don't want to give you my phone number of the store because it's a new number. So
No,
I
it's
don't quite get it. Now,
do you have a Facebook page for it?
yes,
Small?
the Facebook group, Facebook page is called Small for Small. Also, Instagram is also Small for Small.
Okay.
Awesome.
But all these tools is what we will be letting everybody know as we go along with the podcast that we also plan to be doing, showcasing every member small business that join us.
So that's one of the reasons Dele's here today is because he is announcing that he will be starting his own podcast for Small, and have a series and have guests on them, and they can share their stories of their pathway on how they got to where they got or where they're going,
Right.
and he'll be able to share with them. So that's something that you'll be looking for on Small for Small Facebook page. You'll be having
Facebook page, Instagram, all the social media we plan to get.
And it'll be an opportunity if you are a small business owner to contact Dele, get in touch with him, and it'll also give you an opportunity to, help promote your small business as well, get you a little bit of, exposure, so to speak, because we'll also in the description when this video is posted, we'll make sure that we have a link to the smallforsmall.org as well as his Facebook page and his Instagram.
Correct. So we are definitely here backing Dele up, supporting Dele, because we know that the passion he has within himself to help other people succeed and not watch them go through the same struggles he went through is his goal.
Right.
So that's, I think that's a wonderful thing, and
Oh,
I
yes.
commend you for that.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yep. Having somebody in the community who is trying to maybe just alleviate one or two headaches, it shows a lot about who he is. Definitely the knowledge and information that he possesses can only help you and your small business. So if you're looking for any information, make sure you go to smallforsmall.org, Small for Small on Facebook, as well as Small for Small on Instagram. And I'm very excited, Dele, to see the podcast when it comes out. Any way that we can help, that we're here for you. And it was great to have you on.
Yes, thank you. You guys are the pro. I can tell you. I definitely will be taking you up on that. Sorry
Also,
about that.
no, it's okay. Also, I would like to say, as people in recovery, we are dreamers. When we come into recovery, we find this new life, and we are full of ideas, and we feel we wasted our whole life, with addiction. So we come into recovery, and then we start finding who we are. Such like myself, such like Josh. For me, I found a dream that I wanted to put together a program, and I put together my own nonprofit organization, Transformations. And here I am today. This was back in 2014, and it's 2023. So we're doing good. We're still growing. Could be bigger, but we're still moving forward. So as people in recovery, I believe that we out there can use someone like Dele to help guide us along the way.
Yes,
I do have one question. Do you do presentations?
What do you mean by presentation?
Like, do you go and have people register and you give them a presentation of like how to build their business or the direction that they need to go?
Well, the answer is no at this time. And I wanted to say yes only because a lot of people will come into the store, like I was saying, and we will spend almost sometimes an hour, just talking about their business,
Right.
other than the fact that they wanted to buy business cards or shirts or whatever.
Right.
So they always ask that questions, and I will always basically informally talk to people
Okay.
about that. So, but this is going to be part of the part of the programs
Right.
that we will be doing because with the podcast, with the expo, with the showcase and our focus of this small for small is really small for small. We're talking moms and pops or gig workers or somebody like that, barbers, tattoo shops, there's very small businesses, not,
That's awesome.
that is what we are focusing on. And we would, we are not competing with other organizations out there. We are also, we call ourselves, we're going to collaborate with them to say, hey, go to these other places. They are best suited to help you if you are there. But the key thing is lack of information always is what a lot of small businesses.
So what I hear you saying is that while they're working on progressing in their business, you will be checking in with them to make sure that they're taking all the proper.
Yeah, the resources will be there. The reason is I'm still running a small business right now, but I would grow into that as I transition, from into this, because that's the vision of it. Yes, the key thing is we want to give you answers.
Right.
We don't want to leave you, if we can't give you right away, we'll look for the answers for you. Just like we would, if you need a chair or desk, we will, we don't want you to go buy it. If you don't, use that money to invest in your business, we will try to go get it for you, donated somehow, so that you can use it.
That's awesome.
So,
again, if you need any assistance with your recovery or need assistance with your addiction, just reach out 484-772-7079. You can private message me on Facebook. You can email me at transformationslc.14@gmail.com, or you can hit up Josh.
484-926-8358. Macho Camacho on Facebook. And if you're into the email thing, it's transformationsjosh.23@gmail.com.
And I'd love to thank Dele for coming in today and being on the show and giving us his information and knowledge that he has on how he can help better assist the community. So thank you very much, Dele. If you could give your information one more time, just in case they want to reach out.
It's going to be smallforsmall.org and small for small on Facebook and Instagram. I think we're going to have a Twitter handle too, but for now, that's it.
and we will have it on.
It's still on?
Yeah, and we will have it on.
Sorry, guys.
We will have the link, just like Josh said, on when we put it on Facebook.
When before the video goes up, the links for Small's website, Facebook, and Instagram will be attached to the post. And so just remember, at the end of the day, if you are have an idea for a small business, Dele can help you out. If you are currently running a small business and are running into certain obstacles, Dele can help you out. So it's just, if you have anything of a small business, an idea, currently struggling with running one, Dele is the man that can help you try to get that to build your business to where you want to see your business. So at the end of the day, why would you not make the phone call?
So again, thank you for tuning in. Love you all.
God bless. See you soon.
Keep the hope alive.
So what happened?
It just